Hey, I'm Dagny, and I'm in Italy. I'm here to, one, be on my very first business trip, which I took myself, also my first time in Italy, and also to attend the Mido Expo, which is an eyewear trade fair expo conference. I came to learn and to explore because I'm interested in expanding Bandele Muse products into eyewear frames. And I wanted to share the trip and my recap with you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Hey, made it into my hotel here in Milan. I got here at maybe 11:20, and check-in usually is at 3, but the lady at the desk noted I've had a long trip, so she was able to find a room for me. So let me show you the room. Okay, this is the wallpaper behind me. Yes, and then this is very European-esque. So here is the across the street is all of the like buildings and stuff for that is what I'm going to, the Mido Eyewear Expo. So it's happening across the street. Let me zoom back out. Okay. And yes, it's cold, but not that bad. I think because it's sunny outside. Okay, then inside the room, I have my little desk, a little bed, very concise in spacing because we are back in Europe. Yes. Oh, and then this window takes you see here? That's what this is here. So it's kind of like this whole area is a conference center type area, and then you have more of the city on the other side. And then that's the door. And then we have the bathroom here, which is the light. I'll need to figure out how to put the light on. We'll see how that goes, because I'm not seeing a light switch yet. But this is the bathroom, once I figure out how to put the light on before the sun goes down. Yes. Yes. And this whole area is called Fiera Milano. And yeah, so I'm here. Yeah. And oh, look, you can see like there's like mountains over there. But I don't think I'll be mountain climbing on this trip, but next time for sure. So yeah, that's it. Now I'm like 2 minds of if I take a shower, I will definitely, if I take a shower now and stuff and freshen up, I feel like I'll definitely fall asleep. I don't want to sleep too much because I do want to do 1 or 2 of the tour things today. And I still need to eat. We'll see how I figure out all 3 of those things. But yay! The adventure commences. I'm going to now try to find the metro station because that seems to be the quicker way, well, the more cost-effective and quicker way to get to the area of town that has all the like cathedrals and art and stuff in one place. So I trust my scarf will keep me warm while I'm out here. This is just like outside. Oh, here we go. That's my hotel building behind me. And this is this place over here. So let's see how it goes. It's kind of like this is a whole like event hotel campus almost. Yeah. Still walking to get to the metro station. The sun is really helping with the weather. I don't know if I can show you the fit, but we're layered. Layered on layers. I have a top, the blazer, this scarf, and the coat. With this scarf, I don't know if my coat is even gonna fully closed, but it's fine.
Ahora vamos a entrar al Duomo.
Wow. Next, after exploring the Duomo Cathedral, I then walked through this magnificent shopping and architecture area to find the museum that is hosting a Leonardo da Vinci exhibit that is focusing on his inventions. All right, I'm back in my neighborhood, which is much calmer than where I just came from. But that was cool. Got to see a few of the sites that were in one area. Very magnificent architecture. A lot of people, a lot of shopping stuff. But it was cool. It was cool. And glad I was able to get back before complete nightfall because the temperature has dropped. But we're almost back at the hotel. And I get to see there's this really pretty sunset. Oh, you can see more of the sunset on this side. With the clouds, it looks quite pretty. Since my hotel window faces, if that's on this side, I think my hotel window faces the sunrise because it's the opposite direction. But isn't that pretty? Recap for day one of the program at this Eyewear Expo trade show conference that I am at. Okay, so got our visitor's guide booklet. For day one, I spent the majority of my time in this is the way they have their things set up, or at least that's the map of where everything is. And for today, I spent most of my time in sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, which include the Auti Club, the Fashion District, and the Design Tech, and the Academy Startup Lenses area. Now, first of all, this place is huge. Like, I saw it from outside, and I was like, yeah, that looks kind of big. But then when you actually need to walk in there, like just from the entrance to the space to go and scan our tickets, for the entire day, I feel like I probably walked like 20 million miles. Like, it just feels like I probably got in 5 billion steps. Like, there just isn't any other way to explain it than that. But there's that. But the inside of the space, to me, it really looked like Disney World for glasses. Like, every brand's, the way they set up the different booths, and they all look like mini boutiques or mini restaurants, and they have all these big screens and like different furniture for each one, and all of their branding and marketing and stuff. And then the types of people who are here, like from those who work for the thing and those who are attendees, of course. It's really neat. It's so cool to like see like, oh, so this is the eyewear industry at this level, which that's so cool. So I sat in 2 presentations, the introduction presentation and then another presentation about women in this industry. Took my time to really look at every single booth throughout the spaces, and then narrowed it down for at least the first day. I spoke to like 3 different ones and got their information. Ooh. And yeah. So I got there I went in maybe at around 9:30 because they were starting at 10. I got out close to 3. So it was felt like a pretty full day. So, but overall, day one was good. This is my first time being at a expo, trade show, conference, etc. I think ever, actually. And I like it. Yeah. A lot. I'm learning a lot and also enjoying the time. So that was day one. So day 2 recap. First, today I spent my time at the fair trade part, which was parts 6 through 10. And that had a very different vibe from the part I was in yesterday. This one for today, they were all exhibitors who are actually manufacturers to do your brand. As in, they already have the glasses They already have the styles, and they can customize it however you want it to, from the colors to the materials to the accents. They also have all different types of packaging providers, as well as the lens cloth cleaning, as well as the also some machinery stuff too, in terms of manufacturing those things and the lenses and stuff. Today was more of I can see the types of manufacturers I can work with to create my eyewear collections. So that was awesome. Then later in the afternoon, I went for a presentation on eyewear fashion trends. WGSN is the entity that does trending forecasts for every aspect of fashion, whether it's eyewear, accessories, apparel, shoes, decor, furniture, etc. And so they did a presentation on what sorts of things to be looking for in the spring and summer of 2024. It was also a good presentation for me to take note of how they look into what are trends or things, or how they connect the dots to the themes of these trends, and what aspects of it can naturally resonate or be utilized with not only doing stuff produced in Asia, but also doing stuff that's accented and produced in other parts, in Ghana, other parts of Africa as well. So that was good. That was good. There were definitely there was a bigger crowd in the fashion design area than there was in the fair trade part, which for me was fine, because in the fair trade part that meant I don't have to compete with bodies to see what I want to see, kind of thing. That I can walked around twice to make sure I saw everything. So that was cool. A great day 2. Oh, also the new technology for doing virtual try on, which really looks like serious AI futuristic stuff, where you, even though you're not really holding the glasses, but your image can look like it's holding the glasses in a way that looks very realistic. So that was pretty cool too.
la gamma dei colori è un colore fondamentale, un colore ciclico, però c'è.
And then there is a question coming in. So, for example, what do you feel about it? And then he says something. And why
while he's speaking, he will be playing with this piece. And short camera call exclusive here. So I will.
Questo diciamo è il custom shop di tema.
Tu riesci a fare montature? Guarda, io no, era questo, montature, forme. Non ti dico solo il programma lenti, cioè che la possibilità di vedere il mondo che non esiste.
I covered, I think I stayed until like 2 p.m. So I got there close to 10 and stayed until 2 and covered actually all parts of the space and the conference to retrace some of my steps, look at a few other manufacturers a little more closely, look at some other new ones I didn't get to see, all that jazz. Picked up a few more exchanging contacts for some either brands that are already established, as well as a few other manufacturers. I wanted to go see something that's inside. So I found this art gallery called Poneteca di Brera, which is in town. So I looked it up and saw photos and reviews and like, okay, cool, it looks good. And these are the hours that they're open. Okay, great. It's at the afternoon. It was like 2:30 by that time or so, or after, maybe no 3. I think it was 3 by that time. So I come back to the hotel to put down another like magazine thing I'd gotten and my lanyard and stuff, and pick up my scarf, because in the venue I didn't have the scarf because we're inside most of the time. But I felt like, okay, if I'm going to take a taxi and do that, let me add another layer. And the trip was 20 minutes. 25 minutes, and it was 40 euros. And at the end, the driver tried to talk a little English with me, like, oh, you're an artist? Oh, apparently his girlfriend is an artist, but he doesn't draw or anything, but art is very good. I'm like, yes, it is. I agree. Thank you. I then go, and it has this beautiful courtyard, which I took some video of. And then I'm looking for where's the entrance to the gallery. So I'm walking around this courtyard, and the courtyard's outside. So I'm waiting to be like, so when do I get inside where there's heating? And I take note of like, okay, this is part of an art institute, like an art school. So all the people who are walking around are like art students. I'm like, okay. Then I see like some groups of Asians who are obviously tourists. I'm like, all right. But where's the gallery? Then it turns out the gallery's closed on Mondays. I'm like, why was this not made obvious to me when I was researching it? So that was a little like, really? Then why am I here? So then I sat down on a bench and reflected on my life of 3,000 years, trying to decide what exactly am I supposed to flow into next, because I didn't have a plan B through Z. It was supposed to be as simple of like, I want to see art outside of architecture, I wanted to see like paintings and stuff. Yes. And this one was going to be Italian paintings, like Italian art. So then I look on the map and it notes that, oh, there's another art gallery like a 3-minute walk away. And because it's in a busy area, it's not isolated. I'm like, okay, then I'll walk. I walk and also don't really find it either. I'm like, okay, so what we're going to do is just going to walk around and check out the neighborhood because I'm already outside. So I walk around outside and at least got a sense of the European walkable city vibe of Milan. And then I find myself in this neighborhood where they're all shops, but it's the same old-fashioned facade in the architecture. But there's like Rolex, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, all of those big names are just one after the other, for like blocks on blocks on blocks. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So then I continue my mini tour and then found myself, I wasn't planning this, but found myself back at that Duomo cathedral that I saw on Friday. I was like, I didn't even know there was the same part, how they're connected to be the same part of town. But I was like, oh, that's pretty cool because I remember how to get back from this location. So from there, I took the metro back since I already did my ride in the car. So I got to see a little bit of, above ground to get there. I figured I don't need to see the exact same thing again coming back. So that was €2 and 20, whatever's the cents, the coins are called. Yeah. And then I made it back here and walked back, and I'm now back in my hotel. So that is the end of day 3 and my final full day in Milan. Tomorrow I am leaving. I have a morning flight. I'm so grateful for this experience. And it's just so exciting because it's like things that I had dreamed of or had ideas for like years ago are starting like to connect and come full circle with the inspiration and the interactions I've had here. So I'm really, really excited and appreciative, and I'm proud of myself. Like, this is a very brave thing for me. So I'm really happy. Okay. Buongiorno. Grazie.